Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 8 o'clock a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. I hope that you're all well, nice, feeling good today. It's Wednesday, and we're here. A lot to talk about, a lot of news, a lot going on out here in the world. What the heck was that?
Oh, that was one of the balloons from the celebration yesterday.
Okay, man.
Yeah,
right?
They're starting to pop.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad. See, you're getting better. You're getting better. When you hang around me, you get security minded, right? What was that sound?
Yeah, you start developing like these ears. Like I remember first
Cat ears.
Yeah, right. Well, I remember when I first started on the podcast, and there would be like things that I couldn't even hear, and you'd be like, hey, like you don't put your hands around like the mic thing and like all these things, and now like. It's like, oh, okay. It's like I hear it now.
You
like I
can
mean,
hear
like
it,
you were doing it for years, and then once I got started, it was like I couldn't hear it, but now I'm like trying
Now
my
you
ears.
can.
So now I hear it. I'm like, oh, that was.
Because see, listen. You hear that?
Yep.
It's loud as heck.
Yeah.
But anyway, time is 8:01. Brett is here as well. It's me, Gabriel, and Brett today in the house. Brett, how you feeling, big dog?
Doing good.
All right, you're looking good. Nice shirt, Chicago shirt.
Yeah.
Representing well. I got to meet Brett's parents the other, what day was that? Monday?
That was Friday.
That was Friday, yeah. Holy cow.
Oh.
Jeez, I'm super late. No, that was really cool. Brett, our mentee of the Wabanzi Community College Triumph Mentoring Program, he went through his induction ceremony. Big dog. They even gave Brett a little speech. Brett was up there. Y'all should have seen Brett. I took a picture. It's on our Good Morning Aurora page. Brett he had his whole accomplishments up there. He talked a little bit about himself. And when you graduate?
In May.
All right. Brett is graduating college real soon, man. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Shout out to Brett, big dog. Her. But here's the thing. Here is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna give you the news that you need and love. But we're also going to talk to you from the heart today. We're gonna talk about some things today and get some things off of our chest. Norma Peterson's here. Good morning. Ashley Harper is here. Good morning, Ashley Harper. Jennifer Ryan Mayton, good to see you as well. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is we have the Everyday Heroes Breakfast coming up. And that's going to be on the 28th, so next week on Friday from 7 o'clock a.m. to 8:30 a.m. at the Prisco Community Center. A celebration of scouting and its impact on the community that's hosted by the Ottawa District 3 Fires Council of the Boy Scouts of America, recognizing honorees from Aurora. And the guest speaker is going to be Patrick Perez, former Kane County Sheriff and Aurora native. He was sheriff from 2006 to 2014. I will be there on this particular day. I will be at this event having a good time, and Brett and Gabriel are going to do the show on their own. I will not be here, and I have made it very clear to them that anything less than absolute success is
It means the plane crash landed.
Right. Yeah, man. But I know these boys got it. So I told them I want to watch the show. I ain't going to be here, but I want to watch the show, man. So I'm going to be just like you guys in the chat, checking it out. And there is an interview that day, too, as well. You guys can be interviewing a dear friend of mine named Ben Weisberg of Orthodontic Experts. It'll be his fourth time on the show. He's a great guy, great guest. So you guys will have a good time with him learning about things like that. He may even announce their new, they've got some contests that they do for braces and free braces for young people. So he'll probably talk about that. You guys will have a good time with him.
That'll be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So get ready for that. Okay. So that is the Everyday Heroes breakfast. Time is 8:05. We got the weather done early today, and something happened that we just had a little good time here. We had breakfast this morning here.
did, yeah.
It was a small little breakfast. You had a cookie, right?
Yeah.
Brad had a cookie. Gabriel had a cookie. Gabriel had a sandwich.
Yep.
Gabriel had a sandwich. I had a sandwich, and it felt really good to like eat breakfast in the studio before we came on. Like we're in the green room, we're in the kitchen chilling and having a good time. So that was good, man.
Yeah. It was kind of fun. It's something that like we haven't done before. So that was kind of fun to just chop it up and talk about, the food and stuff's going on.
Yeah.
I think we had something going on yesterday too, like that.
We did.
yeah,
there was a ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
It wasn't. You're right. There was a ribbon cutting, and it was well attended. A lot of great people at the Aurora Financial Empowerment Center. Good things are happening, and good things continue to happen to help all Aurorans to get a better outcome or start securing a better future. It's not just a financial empowerment center thing. It's an everybody, all hands on deck kind of thing too, because all the people who came here are friends of ours. David Smith, At Risk Mentoring. You know what I'm saying? Nick, Communications. So many people, Family Focus folks were here and all that. So it's a team effort, man. And when you got people who are always doing the same kind of thing, the same kind of like-minded thing, that's when the beauty starts to shine. So that was really good yesterday. I got to see all different people who work in the city doing good stuff for folks. And it just so happened that we were here at the Financial Empowerment Center to talk about that and celebrate that. So that was really good, man. But shout out to everybody who came, and shout out to Family Focus. I went to their mental health event yesterday. That was really informative. It was in Spanish. And I'll tell you,
good.
I could follow along. I knew what was going on. They weren't looking at me like a weirdo. They were like, "Oh, this guy knows what's happening." Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Power of Buenos Dias, Aurora. That's
Absolutely.
why people should listen to it.
Teaching a brother.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Teaching a brother.
Yep.
What you guys got going on this weekend? The time is 8:07.
I know I'm going roller skating at the Aurora rink, which I don't know if y'all remember, but that was like the place to go like 10 years ago, and like I think it's still a place to go. Saturdays are always like super fun.
The roller rinks never went out of style, really.
Oh yeah. I think so. I like to think so. Like I think they've always been like in style, except for like obviously like Healy's kind of left, and like you remember like the silly bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about nostalgia, like I feel like it's a roller rink, and then you have like the silly bands or like the slap it bracelets.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
And it just wraps around your whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just slap it on. Like that was the thing back when I was like a little kid. I was like 8 years old. That's what we did. You would go to a party, and you wouldn't be like giving out like, presents or what. It was silly bands. You'd just be collecting and trading silly bands. That was the thing. It was in sports cars, Pokemon. No,
It was
none of
the
that.
best. I remember
Silly bands.
I
Yeah.
begged my mom to take me to get silly bands so we could get the Phoenix one, which was like the most valuable one.
Oh yeah.
And it was like in the medieval set. I think I still have it in my drawer in my room.
Oh, that's awesome.
It should come back. I'm like, I love that.
Talking about this has kind of inspired me to like buy a set, like just for like my little sister or something. Teach her a little bit about them.
Well, let's see if we can check that out on Amazon. If anybody's ever heard of these things, put the link to that in Amazon. So maybe Good Morning Aurora will buy you some silly bands. Y'all can have fun with the silly band. Oh, look at slap your wrists and everything. Time is 8:09 a.m. How are you guys doing today, though? We hope that you're all doing well this morning. Hopefully, you can put a emoji in the chat to let us know how you feel. Are you the butterfly? Are you sunshiny today? Or are you the caterpillar crawling along kind of sleepy until you get your Zoom behind you. So let us know how you're feeling in the chat. The time is 8:09 a.m. So I want to read to you, and then we've done this before. Today in history, a lot of interesting historical things happened today. And I want to read some of these because it's been a while since we've done this. But listen to all the great things that happened on this day in history. In the year 1770, British explorer Captain James Cook first saw Australia. He wrote in his logbook that, quote, "What we have as yet seen on this land appears rather low, not very hilly, the face of the country green and woody, but the seashore is all a white sand," close quote. Interesting. Captain James Cook, for those who do know, he was, I think, eaten alive by cannibals in Hawaii not long after that. So,
Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's a fact I didn't know.
yeah, Captain Cook, he was killed in Hawaii. Sad. 1775, the American Revolution begins in Lexington, Massachusetts on this day. The shot heard round the world takes place later that day in Concord, Massachusetts. On this day, April 19th, in the year 1909, Joan of Arc receives beatification by the Roman Catholic Church. And then it goes on to, let's do some sports here real quick. 1897 was the first Boston Marathon won by John McDermott, the world's oldest annual marathon, inspired by success of the first marathon in the 1896 Summer Olympics. Amazing. Very cool stuff. And then on this day as well, the Oklahoma City tragedy happened at the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in 1995. I was living in Oklahoma at that time in 1995 for a little bit. Yep.
Oh.
My family went through a little bit of a tragedy back then, and we moved to Oklahoma. I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a little bit. That was a humdinger. That was crazy. I never forget my time living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There were snapping turtles. There were huge snapping turtles in all the little creeks and rivers. And I'm talking about big ones, like
the industrial sized ones. Is that what you
like? Two hands and a big guy to pick them
Ooh,
up. There were
yeah,
snapping turtles
that's
all
big.
over the place. That was really cool because behind the high school that I went to at that time, was I in high school then? No, I was not. Well, 1990, I went to high school in 96, so right before high school.
Oh, okay.
That's when there was a big open field that we walked through to get like back and forth to places in the neighborhood. Met some friends over there, and all the creeks. There was snakes. There was all kinds of animals, just incredible animals. So I did like that part.
That sounds kind of wild, but like kind of fun too. Like I've always been raised a city boy, so I've never had the opportunity to be like out in a lot of nature like that. But that sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, man. It was a good little time. Okay, support programs is the next piece of news. Our friends of Rush Copley are doing great work in the realm of rehabilitation. So I want to read to you a little bit about their programs, their support programs, and then read to you dates and times when they happen. All right. So Rush Copley's Movement Disorders program provides support services to people with Parkinson's disease, essential tremor, dystonia, and ataxia to help them manage their condition and maximize their movement, coordination, and quality of life. Now, the Movement Disorders Support Group meets the first Tuesday of the month, except in July, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., Waterford Place, 1310 Waterford Drive. Caregiver and care partner support group meets the third Thursday of the month, except July and December, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Same location, Waterford Place. And then also there is exercise level 1 for those who require more assistance. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 to 1:45 p.m. Rush Copley Healthplex Studio 1 in person or virtual. So yeah, each class in person is scratch it up. You know, it never ceases to amaze me, right? It's the easy. Look at how easy these words are, and how do you mess them up?
I think it's always
is
how they line up the words.
Is that what?
So sometimes like it'll be an easy word, but it'll be like this one, like these two words together, and my brain just reads it as one word. So it'll be like a blah blah blah, and they're like
Kind of
Bro,
like how
you
I do
just-
with you guys, right?
Right.
Brett, Gabriel, Greg.
I remember that. I'm like, oh, Greg. Like, we've never had a Greg work here. For
Yeah, who the hell's Greg?
anyone listening, you know
I got no idea.
we've never had
Yeah.
a Greg.
Yeah, Greg. Anyway, each in-person class is limited to 15 participants. If a class is full, you will be put on a wait list to join the class in person, but you may participate virtually until then. The time is 8:15 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Gabriel, take us to a commercial. We'll take Brett to a commercial. So Brett can deliver us some news. Time is 8:15.
There is free glucose testing every Wednesday, 8 to 10 a.m. at the Rush Copley Diabetes Center, 2088 Ogden Avenue, Suite 100 in the lovely city of Aurora.
Now remember, what was that address again?
2088 Ogden Avenue.
So 2088.
Yeah, 2088.
Remember, that's right. There you go. There you go.
I'm a cut to the chase kind of guy, so.
I see that. I see that. They don't see that.
And then on Saturday, April 22nd, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. is Alternative Fuel Night at Church of the Good Shepherd UMC in Oswego, Illinois, 5 West Washington Street. Please RSVP with the name, number, and number of attendees to office at goodshepherdoswego.org. There's live and praise music, inspiring panel of speakers in areas of mental health, education, health, and nutrition, and young adult perspectives. All ages welcome. However, it is recommended that children under the age of 15 are accompanied by an adult due to the sensitive nature of discussion topics.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Brett. The time is 8:16 a.m. Can you please hand that to Gabriel? So, Gabriel, can you put the link to that after alternative night fuel thing in the chat, please? And then the email address for the free glucose testing, too. If you could put that in the chat, that would be helpful.
Get that in there.
All right. So here's the thing, you guys. I saw we got a pretty cool message that I want to read to you guys here real quick. Let me check this out. It's from a school. Hold on a second here. Gabriel, play Sonatina real quick. Aha. All right, cool. No, you know what happened? Facebook like updated or something in the nighttime. Now it's a little bit harder to get to your messages. They put them all. It's all messed up now. Who's in charge of Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know.
Join us May 6th for a color fun run at Rotolo Middle School. Now, this is in Batavia. The Rotolo Middle School has a color run 5K coming up Saturday, May 6th. It's $25, 9 a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. Registration ends on the 5th at midnight. The place is 1501 South Radance Road in Batavia. Rotolo Middle School National Junior Honor Society is hosting a color fun run 5K on May 7th at 9 a.m. The proceeds of this event will go to Batavia United Way and to better the programs of National Junior Honor Society at Rotolo. Come join for a colorful and fun-filled run at Rotolo. Sign up before April 21st to be guaranteed a race T-shirt. Packet pickup is at Rotolo Middle School Friday, May 5th from 3 to 4 p.m. Saturday, May 6th from 7:30 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Yeah, good stuff. So shout out to Rotolo Middle School. Doing great things. I actually wanted to get involved in a 5K too, so I need to look to see where I can take part in one. Do you guys do any? You run a 5K, right, Gabriel?
I could. I've never been in one, but I've definitely back in the day when I was doing the academy. That's what they would have me do. So I participate in the city, or it's the, I think, King County law enforcement police academy.
Okay.
So it was through we did at the City of Aurora Police Department, and it was in partnership with the King County State's Attorney's Office, Sheriff Ron Hain, as well as the City of Aurora Police, and it was really cool. It's a great summer program. So I think it's open for students in grades 14 through, or not 14, scratch that, and I think it's the grades like freshman to senior, so like 9 to 12.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was something where we'd do a mile run pretty much every day, or like I think for the fitness test they had us run like a mile and a half. So we had to go. So I went from like I think it was a 13 mile and a half to like a 12 or something.
Okay. Cut your time.
Yeah.
Good.
You try to cut it, so you're graded on how much time you cut off. So
Yeah.
I think I had like the 5th fastest time or something.
Okay.
Like, at the end, at the start, I was like I was like so bad,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I went from like the bottom 5 to like got to be the top 5. So I was pretty proud of that.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
So I have something here, Gabriel, that qualifies as that thing, please.
Play that.
Here's some good news. The first occupants of Bardwell residences moved in. Occupants at Bardwell, 99 units for seniors at Aurora's restored Copley Hospital, began moving in just this week. Last week. Included were 2 Aurorans. In the morning, Janine moved in, and in the afternoon, Bienvenido moved in. The move-ins culminated 2 years of restoration by Fox Valley developers, a $128 million project at the campus renamed Bloom Haven. Management is by Gardent Management Solutions. At 301 Weston Avenue, Bardwell features units for seniors in independent, assisted living, and memory care layouts. Included are studio, 1-bedroom, and 2-bedroom apartments. Amenities include full kitchen, private bathroom, ample closet space, individually controlled heating and air conditioning, and large windows and coverings. Services include a restaurant-style midday meal, weekly housekeeping, and linen services, recreational activities, and on-site beauty and barber services. Good stuff. All right, the next thing is that the next expungement clinic, and I want to talk about these expungement clinics. The time is 8:22. Gabriel, take me to a commercial, please. Here's the thing for all the people out there who need to know this. I guess I'm going to tell you. If you are in the state of Illinois and you have a felony, you can vote. You heard it here. In addition to that, you can look on the Kane County Clerk's website and see that you can vote. So I want people to be aware of that, because there is the stigma and the thought process that those with felony convictions cannot vote. There are a lot of different ranges of different convictions and things like that that people may have. And I work with a lot of people who have DUIs and different things in their records that have been barriers to them in their lives for many different things. So the strength of these expungement clinics is that for a lot of people, and you guys saw the episode that we did with Carolyn Chiovino, who runs Express Employment Professionals. For a lot of people, there's people who are out there just dealing with having these things on their records, which may be decades old, but are now preventing them to live better lives. I shared with you guys the story of, hiring for jobs, looking on Monster and Career Builder and all those things, and I see a person get their resume, and you look at it, and okay, he's a good fit, and run the background check, and the guy is 44 years old, right? The job is paying what, $13-14 an hour?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got whatever the hell it is on his record. He got it when he was 19.
Yeah.
Now, what does it say that a guy can't get a $14 an hour job at 44 years old because of something he did when he was 19? That's not right? That can't be it.
Oh yeah, and that's something that I think a lot of people need to realize is that what you do at a young age will have long-reaching effects, but you can also help like prevent some of those. So there's a lot of programs here in Aurora.
Right.
In Aurora, there's a lot of programs for people who do commit crimes like that, like small-time felonies or anything like that, misdemeanors, and even especially for youth. There's a youth court that meets at the Aurora Police Department for students who do commit crimes. And I had a young lady a while ago tell me, she was like, she came in, she's like, I want to, like, we were like, what do you want to do for your career? She's like, I want to be a lawyer, but now that I committed this crime, I don't think I can be. I'm like, you know, you can be anything you want to be.
Right.
Here in Aurora,
That might make you a good lawyer.
Exactly. Some of the best lawyers I know, they're the ones who committed the crimes when they were young, and now they're defending people. So it's like, you can be whatever you want to be. The barriers to success, we're working on taking them all down.
Right.
We want people to succeed. That's what we're working on doing and changing the system. There is a lot of inequities in, our police system as it has been. But we're working on things like restorative justice. Our state's attorney, we have a great state attorney. She believes in restorative justice. We've had her, I think we've had her on in some of our conversations with the King County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, we actually have one coming up on Monday. Actually, is the next is the next Kane County State's Attorney event.
That's exciting.
The topic is child exploitation.
Yeah, but again, there's a lot that people don't know that there's available, and again, it's things where you can work with organizations, and I mean, again, a lot of these agencies want to work with you because a felony, nobody wants a felony, right? Like having that. And so these expungement clinics are so important and valuable for people who have committed small-time crimes, right?
Right.
Because, again, a felony is anything over a year-long sentence here in Illinois.
Well, but it's not necessarily that they may have committed a crime, though, too. They could have just pled to it or just, whatever the case may be. I mean, if the charge was, possession of something, you might plead to, I don't know, possession without intent or something. There's different. That's how the law works. That's
exactly. Like there's some things that people don't want to fight because they're so it's so hard. So
right. Costs a lot of money and everything like that.
Exactly.
But I recommend people to register for these. The next one is going to be September 9th. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Gale Board and Public Library, 270 North Grove Avenue in Elgin. These are hosted by Kane County Circuit Clerk Teresa Barrero and State Representative Barbara Hernandez. So these are really good. But yeah, I'm bringing this up to people because the time is now for so many people, and there's not going to be. I think that with all the stuff that's going on, especially within law enforcement and things like that, the idea that people need to consistently keep reliving the worst moment of their life, I'm glad to see that starting to change. So, I applaud those efforts, and that's why we're talking about it today. So you guys can vote. If you do have a felony conviction, you are able to vote legally in the state of Illinois. And you can check that out for yourself on the Kane County Clerk's website, Kane County government website. Anyway, the time is 8:28 a.m. Good morning to all of you great people. So good to see you guys out there. Tracy Duran, good morning to you, Tracy Duran. Man, I love the people who watch this show. Gabriel Bradford's here. Good morning, Gabriel Bradford. Awkward.
I love it. I'm in the studio, so I've been here since 7.
Yeah, well, we got a different view, so they don't know that. Aisha Saxon, good morning. Michael Rayford, do you know the history of Black Wall Street? Yes, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, yes. Michael Rayford is a lion today. Ashley Harper is a butterfly today. Oh, you guys are great emojis. Eye of the Angelus as well is here. My friend Maria Salta Jerry, get ready for us. April 26th is another day of sound healing, I believe, taking place at Zen Loft. Zen Loft is located at 6 West Stolp. or Downer, 6 West Downer place.
I
Is
think
it Downer?
it's Downer because it's on the cross street. So there's
True. Yeah, I think it's 6 West Downer Place. It's right above QT3 Systems. So get to know our friends there at Zenloft and Eye of the Angelus. Maria does great things up there. Crystal healing, Reiki. I think that's how you pronounce it, and so many other great things. It's a beautiful space up there. Yoga, Pilates. They even got juice boxes if you're thirsty. It's a really nice place, man. So check it out and get ready for that. Also, I want to show you guys something here on the screen. I want to show you guys. We're going to show you something great this night. You guys see this yet? Boop. Have y'all seen this? The Youth and Family Resource Fair coming soon. April 27th, 2023. 6 to 8 p.m. This is going to be at the Prisco Community Center. Good Morning Aurora will be there. Oh, snap. I will be in the house representing more than 45 organizations, programs, and activities for youth. This summer will be on display and able for you guys to check out. Bring the whole family. Free tacos is going to be provided by Primo's Tacos. Door prizes include a Nintendo Switch bundle, TV, iPads, gift cards, and much, much more. Youth performances are going to be by APS Training Academy, Sarah Ramos, Nija, Simply Destiny, and A Factor Dance Company, or is it Factor A Dance Company? Anyway, it's a free event open to the family and all youth. A Positive Image professional DJ is going to be there with live music by DJ Raul. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. The time is 8:31 a.m. Oh, you see this? We got a whole folder now for the news. That's how much news we had. We can't just do paper no more.
Yeah, we gotta. We're not doing that no more. We got the folder. We got it nice. Like
one side is English, one side is Spanish. You know.
Yeah.
Consolidated news. All right. Next is the Parent Cafe, Tuesday, April 25th. Join to talk about self-help, communication with your children, and how to set boundaries with your children. You can RSVP C. Vargas at family-focus.org. I'm going to give this to Gabriel so he can put the link in the chat. This will be from 6 to 7 p.m. at Family Focus's office, 552nd Avenue. I went there yesterday for the very first time. It was a heck of a place, man. We took a tour. I took a whole bunch of pictures, so it was real cool, and I got to see a lot. So I'm gonna share the pictures today. Well, the pictures will be shared of our tour from Family Focus. So so get ready for that. But yeah, at the very bottom right,
Yeah.
you see it, the email address. Whoever made the flyer made it blue, and then they also typed the email address in blue. So I know you're thinking, no, it's right there.
Where?
On the right. Bottom right. You see it?
Oh,
There you go.
light blue. Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Let that be a lesson to whoever makes.
Whoever made this flyer, I mean, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't have seen that.
You don't type in blue on blue.
No, I would have used like white or black to be honest with you, or like you could use yellow because there's a lot of yellow here. So
You could use anything but blue.
just talking about designing here, definitely use like
Right.
dark blue with light blue. That works. Like I mean, it would kind of bleed in, but like whatever.
Josie Mendoza Geller is here. Good morning to you, Josie. Appreciate you for tuning in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the news continues. Let's keep going. Paramount is the next piece of news that I got for you. Paramount School of the Arts. So new at Paramount School of the Arts this summer is the Paramount Performance Camp presents Matilda Jr. Now, Gabriel, you're a theater kid. What you know about Matilda Jr.? You ever heard of it?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure you ever heard of this?
Oh yeah. Okay,
Take us to a commercial. Let's
yeah,
chop it up.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
Oh God.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, my freshman year of high school, I was in Matilda Junior or not even. I think it was Junior, the musical.
Okay.
It is the funnest thing to be in. So, way back, 14-year-old me,
That was
I
like
had a
4
blast.
years. That was like 4 years ago, right?
That was 4 years ago, yeah. So, and I still remember it to this day. I promise you, nothing better than being in choir and theater all at
Yeah.
the same time, but it was so good. So, I was in the cast, and something fun about Matilda is, I mean, we've all grown up watching Matilda, the movie by, you see the movie, you read the book, Roald Dahl, I mean, he's great out there. Like he came up with the Big Friendly Giant, like all these books that I just grew up reading and listening. So I watched Matilda when I was a little kid, and it was cool. Like it was great. But then Matilda the musical is like next level. It's so much better because Matilda, you have Matilda, right? But then you have like a core cast. So there's about 8 kids plus Matilda. So there's about 9 kids. And they have so much fun together. So I was little Tommy, and I got to dance on desks, and like it was so much fun. And then like the songs are just so good. Like you have the principal, like Miss Trunchbull, who actually like sings like this big like it's so good. So literally, if like you haven't listened to it and watched it yet, you do not know what you are missing out until you watch it. But it was so much fun to be in because it was such a positive experience being in theater, and Matilda was just so fun. Like that was probably one of my favorite shows besides like Seussical the Musical. That was my all-time favorite musical that I performed in.
Well, this is the performance camp, so it sounds like what you're talking about actually is the thing that a lot of these young people will get to take part in. So it's kids, do you want to perform in a professional musical production on the Paramount Theater stage? If so, and new this summer, the Paramount School of the Arts has just opened this opportunity for the Paramount Performance Camp. This year's production, as Gabriel just elaborated for us, is Roald Dahl's Matilda Jr. Performance Camp. Now, you spend 3 weeks as a Paramount performing artist rehearsing for Matilda Jr., a joyous girl power musical romp about a special little girl with an extraordinary imagination. Also, experience state-of-the-art sets and costumes. Receive professional training from top-tier Paramount Theater artists, including Bailey O'Neill, director, and Lexi Bailey, choreographer, as you perfect high-energy song and dance numbers. Best of all, Performance Camp accumulates... scratch it up. My English teachers would be so upset at Curtis.
That's
like, Curtis, what happened?
Right. Well, that's
he was spelling exuberant in 3rd grade. Now he can't even read. Culminates. Best of all, Performance Camp culminates in 2 live performances of Matilda Jr. on Paramount's historic stage. I didn't mean to cut you off, Gabriel. What the heck were you talking about?
Oh, I was just saying, like, hey, if my English teacher read the text messages I sent my friends, he would totally have a heart attack because it's like, I mean, I can write like an A+ English paper, which I mean, I have like a perfect A in my class, but I don't. My text messages aren't like that. Or like when I'm giving like a speech or something, if I mess up over the words, I have this really bad habit. I'll mess up and then I'll just go blah. Like I'll say blah, and people will be like, look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, why do you say blah? And I'm like, that's just how I scratch myself up, I guess. Like
Paramount Performance Camp runs June 5th through the 24th, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. All right, time is 8:37. You put the link for Crystal for C. Vargas and Family Focus in the chat. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Josue Pais is here. Good morning to you, Josue Pais. Tracy Duran is here. She says, don't forget to check out the Aurora Regional Fire Museum and grab a meat raffle ticket for your chance to win a package of meats from Family Farm Meats in Hinckley. Winner will be drawn at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, May 2nd. Proceeds will support the mission and program of the Aurora Regional Fire Museum. Tickets are $25 each. The grand prize is the deluxe meat bundle and Pit Boss Grill, a $700 value. Second place is the Grand Meat Bundle and Weber Charcoal Grill, $350 value. Third place is the Sizzling Meat Bundle, a $150 value. Fourth place is the Steaming Meat Bundle, $150 value. Fifth place is the Weekend Celebration Package, $100 value. And sixth place is the Griller's Delight Package, $50 value. The link is in the chat to get your ticket, or you can always go to the museum and visit Molly and Brian and buy your ticket there. The time is 8:38. Executive director is needed for the Aurora Downtown Group. They are looking for an executive director. If you or somebody you know would be a good fit for that position, I encourage you guys to take part and apply for that. But you got to be down. You can't just be, so it's not just a job. You're actually trying to you're gonna fill Marissa's shoes. Now those are big shoes to fill. So you gotta be in it to win it, man. But Aurora Downtown is seeking a new executive director, so good luck to them on their search. Marissa is going on to do great things, even more great things than what she's already done for the city. Time's 8:39 a.m. All right, 2 more quick pieces of news. Today is a very important day. Share your voice impacting the health of your community. This is hosted by the Chicago Chronic Condition Equity Network at Rush and University of Chicago. It's a town hall meeting today at Waubonsie Community College, downtown Aurora campus 160C. Scratch it up. Let me say that a little bit little slower for you guys. It's hosted by the Chicago Chronic Condition Equity Network, but it's taking place here at Waubonsie Community College downtown. It's from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the downtown campus. Free and open to the public. Food and refreshments are going to be provided. This is by Rush, the University of Chicago, and again, the Chicago Chronic Condition Equity Network. So here is this information. Zoom in for you. Oh, I'm already zoomed in. Oh, I've been looking at my face. Awkward.
You're like, well, I just
like, what the hell's wrong with this? Why is it so close? But here's the flyer that you guys can check it out. Hello. The vision of this C3EN Center is to eliminate disparities of multiple chronic diseases in the Chicago region, so any person can live their life fully, regardless of their race, gender, socioeconomic status, and neighborhood. These community town halls have a twofold focus. Firstly, the discussion of high priority chronic condition related topics and issues caused by chronic conditions for the community. Secondly, town halls will facilitate joint ideation between community members and researchers of C3EN to create research projects that will help solve issues of chronic diseases and develop infrastructure for the community. Wow. That's a humdinger, ain't it? Gabriel Bradford, what do you think of all that?
I think, honestly, it's really important to raise awareness about different, like, chronic conditions and medical conditions, because there's so many members of our community that experience these conditions and it's part of their daily lives. And so for them, it's a very, just a normal fact of life. But I think for a lot of us, it's something that we don't think about because it's not part of our lived experience. So I think it's always great when we raise awareness about these things and we learn about them. So that's why I always love when we have an interview come on where they talk about something that I didn't know. Like I just think about the day the people from Tango Comics came on.
That was an awesome.
That was an awesome interview. But that was something like, I personally I don't know too much about comics. I had no idea that there was like different comics, like horror comics and like all these different things. Like I just thought it was like an industry, right? But then like, it just took it down to like my level where I was like, oh, this is this is a huge thing.
Well, it's definitely an industry. Yeah. I think that what he did, Mr. Perez, that day was he brought the industry local. But Brett already broke that ice, though, because Brett went out. So Brett, for those who don't know, on the local tip, Brett went to their book signing. There's
the release party.
Yeah, the release party. That's right. So Brett went out there. He went to the release party. He took pictures. Brett did a fantastic job with that. So Brett did what you're supposed to do with the news. He prepped the ground, right? Because when Richie came in here, and Visual Arts, they're our friends. They know us.
Yeah.
When Richie came in here, right? He sees Brett. He knows him. He met you, meets me. He knows Johnny from the Visual Arts. So it went together well. And I think that that's actually what made that interview so good, because the big whole industry got whittled down to one person who had a relationship with somebody else and then brought it to us. So that, and that's what you're looking for, man. You're looking for that. Yeah. So Brett, good job, man.
Thanks.
You did good. All right, time is 8:43. Gabriel, take me to another commercial real quick, man. I need one more. You got another piece of news, don't you? Actually, we're in a commercial?
Yep.
All right, Brett, go ahead. Do your thing, Brett.
Okay, so walk with the dog. Come walk with us every second and fourth Saturday of the month from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Rush Capthy Healthplex on 1900 Ogden Avenue, 1900 Ogden Avenue in the beautiful city of Aurora. This Provider Thy Group is a fun and safe place to go for a walk, learn about health, and meet new friends. The event is free and all are welcome.
That's right. The event is free. All are welcome. And we have charcuterie cups here. I know what you're thinking. How the heck did he just go from walk to hope with charcuterie cups? You going to put that link in the chat? Oh, thank you very much, Gabriel.
Yeah.
We got these charcuterie cups here. Gabriel, I still want to, so take me off and then take me back to commercial. I want to show these people this. We got these charcuterie cups here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me zoom in for you so that y'all can get a little. You see that? Salami, strawberries, couple of nuts in there with one of these pretzel sticks. These are really good, and I know what you're thinking. What kind of breakfast is that? It's don't knock it till you try it. A little salami for you. It's a good enough amount of food. I don't like a whole big breakfast, so this is really good to eat. But I feel really fancy having a charcuterie. All right, take me back to a commercial, my brother. Thank you very much for that. Josie Mendoza Geller says, speaking of health, COVID is still alive. 3 people close to me currently are suffering real symptoms. 1 was even hospitalized. If you are sick, please wear a mask and stay away from others. Yes, please do that. I was in Batavia, or no, where were we? We went on a double date. Where was that at? Geneva. I was in Geneva. I was in downtown Geneva. And we're waiting to get into this place. It's a little bit of a line. And one of the guys saw that somebody in front of us was like, there's people wearing masks in here. I don't want to go in here. And it's like, well, get out the way and let us in. Because that does bug me when people don't like have any respect or decency for other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially in regards to health. Don't be a jerk. Don't be an idiot. Just do whatever the heck is required, or go home and eat your lunch at home. Just make you a turkey sandwich and just stay home. You know, that's not cool, man. We're not doing that. Hand sanitizer is all over this building. I got masks in my office. I drive around with masks. I'm not coming in certain houses unless I'm wearing a mask. I meet people all day long. I meet them in coffee shops. I meet them in gas stations. I meet people in garages. And I bring a mask.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are like, you don't. Some of them are like, you don't need that. I'm like, yeah, I do need it. Don't you need help? All right then. Don't worry about what I need. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what I need.
Exactly, right? Like that's the thing where it's like,
I'm helping you, man. Like I'm okay, baby. Like don't worry about what I need. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's like if you want my help, I need to be healthy to give my help.
Absolutely, so, right? What they tell you, that's like the airplane. Mm-hmm. You know, you put your mask on first.
Take care of yourself before you take care of others.
Then,
come
on.
See, that's the thing. Like, so few people get it, but it's like, I am service oriented, right? I love serving people, but if I am not healthy to help people, I'm gonna be no good.
Right.
That's why you gotta take care of yourself before you take care of others. Because once your self is healthy, then you can bring more value, and you have a lot more value to give to people.
Yeah. We don't tell you take care of each other and then yourself. Mm-mm. Like that doesn't even doesn't even sound good.
Yeah.
Brett's looking at me like, yeah, that sucks, dude. Anyway, time's 8:48 a.m. I met Brett's grandfather. He was cool. I met Brett's grandma too. So I'm at the Triumph thing, and you know, I felt like a double parent this day because Brett's getting an award, and I'm there, and they're like, "Oh, come take a picture with your mentee," and we're all standing next to each other, and what a lot of people don't know is earlier in the day, Brett came here and he had a tie on. I'll tell y'all a funny story about Brett. Brett, I hope you don't mind me telling this story to the whole world.
I feel like you will get a contract to Comedy Central to do a full roast.
So check this out, man. Check this out. So Brett comes here, right? And we're filming a little funny piece in the morning. Yeah. We're messing with the camera. Brett's got a tie on, But the tie, like, I don't know how he said he looked at a YouTube video and he just tied it. I'm like, okay. So I kind of like loosened it up for him, got him squared away. I took the tie off and I put it on and I just tied the tie, right? With a knot that you could just, hook my man up.
Yeah, yeah.
Now all you gotta do is just loosen it, take it off, put it on, tighten it, right? So he goes and does his thing. So I see him that night at Wabanzi, right? I walk in, his parents, and they're like, hey, Curtis. I'm like, how you doing? And I see he's got the tie on the shirt. I'm like, okay, cool, right? He's got the same, he's looking good. So now Brett gets the jacket. And it's a nice jacket, the Triumph jacket. He got the nice jacket on. He's looking cardigan. Yeah, he's looking good, right? So he's got the cardigan on, and I'm standing next to him, and they're like, okay, we're getting a picture. I look over at Brett's tie. I don't know what it looked like he tied his shoelaces. It was I was like, what did he do? And so I'm standing here, and now you got to remember, the whole thing is going on, right? People are it's busy. There's food. Remember, Brett? There's food and all this, like, so. But it's just me and Brett here. So I'm thinking to myself, do I have enough time to take off Brett's tie, retie it? And I'm like, no, I don't. So Brett's like not paying attention to me, and I'm like, Brett, just stand to the side a little bit. So I hooked this tie up, busted the knot out, and kind of like put it back together, and then loosened it up a little bit for him. So then he buttons up the cardigan, right? He got the cardigan button. So I'm buttoning him up. He's doing the tie. And as I'm going down, like, the last button is like by his belt and all that. And there was just like this awkward moment. It was so awkward where, like, I was buttoning his buttons and going lower. And then he like looked at me and I looked at him. And I was like, you're getting that last button, right? And and he was like, and he just, and all of this happened within about 58 seconds.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Because we were trying to get organized for a picture. And that was an important picture because Brett had just got his award. He got a certificate, right? The police are there. Yeah. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
So the lesson of the story is when I tie you a knot, don't untie it, okay? But Brett looked really good. So congratulations, Brett, once again, man. I want to let you know, man, you are a beloved part of the show.
I could always be a comedian on the side. I'm a funny looking guy, and I'm also funny.
You are, man. But I want to say, thank you very much to Wabanzi Community College for the great work that they do. I'm very proud, man. Brett is the third student that Good Morning Aurora has taken as a lump of clay and produced a statue out of, man. So, Brett, keep it up, man. You're doing good. You're doing good things, my brother. All right, time's 8:52. Last commercial. Josie Mendoza, she got it right. Take care of yourself and each other. That's right. Josie, I ordered all the materials to start making T-shirts. So one of these days, Josie, you and Tracy, let's come back over here and we'll have a T-shirt making day. So I got all the materials. Well, not all of them ordered just yet, Josie. I had made 2 orders. One for the DST transfers in color, and then the second one in black and white. And I think the black and whites are going to be a little bit longer. But anyway, Josie, when they arrive, I will call you up, my dear friend. Michael Rayford says that was a Chandler and Joey moment. Yeah, it was. It was a Chandler and Joey. It was so awkward because I'm telling you, Brett's face, I can't get it out of my head. How he looked when I looked at that last button, because I think he thought I was actually gonna button it. I was like, nah, bro. That's all you.
That's it. Like every time my family takes a vacation, like we always go home with new nicknames. So when can I start calling you Buttons?
Never. Never until the opportunity presents itself, and it's so overwhelming where people are like, hey, Buttons. Okay. Time's 8:54 a.m. Well, things are happening and they're doing really good with us here on this show. I think we've gotten to there's other things that we still want to do. There's still many people who we have yet to interview. Still a lot of stories that we have yet to capture and cover, but we're making inroads in a lot of different places. You are going to start seeing us do a whole lot more interviewing and discussions in regards to health in all aspects, different kind of stuff. Again, yesterday I was at Family Focus to learn about mental health in Spanish. I was the only person in that room who spoke. I was the only black person in that room. I was the only other person besides Latino in that room. Now let me tell you something. What we need, here's what I discovered there. I discovered that for so many people, because the questions that we were being asked, for so many people, even in 2023, people still don't have computers. They don't have access. They don't know what's going on.
See,
They have no idea what's going on. They don't know what the hell to do. They don't know where the library is.
See, that's why these like events are so important.
That's why.
Like supporting them, because I can't tell you how many times I've been at an event. Somebody walks through the door. It's the one person who walks through the door who I'm just meant to meet that day, and we have a conversation, and I learned so much about, like, the person says, like, hey, I didn't know this was available. I have so many needs that aren't being met because, yada yada, their economic situation or background, whatever it is. And then I'll be like, well, actually, you know what? I've lived in this community for about 10 years, and there's a lot that we have to offer. So we have food pantries, we have mental health services, free counseling you can receive from a lot of organizations. And it's crazy for me to, I've been in the community for a long time. So when people walk in the door and they tell me, what they need, like, you get a feel. You just, but there's always the one person who walks through, I'm meant to meet. And that person has these needs that I know exactly how to fill. I know which organizations. I know the people in the organizations that can fill those needs. And it's crazy to see that, because you see the person, right? But you don't see the person for where they're at that point.
Yeah, you don't know.
You see them for what they can become, right? Like, once you get to know them, like, after that initial meeting, you see where they can get to be. So I have people who have been part of my team for past year and a half. I remember when I first started, there was a lot that I saw in them that they didn't see in themselves. But I saw this potential, and I was like, we're going to bring this out. We're going to bring your potential. We're going to make you a public speaker. We're going to get you on radio shows. We're going to make it happen, because they have the potential. So you see these people where they don't know about the resources, but once they get the resources, they succeed. Like, again, that's where their equity is so important. Like, that's why I'm a big proponent for having that. Like, there's equity and equality. Equity is taking everyone to the same level, giving them more supports, right? Because there's, some people need more supports than other people. That's the thing. So that's what I love about these community events. Like, so many people don't know what they have until they learn about it.
Yes, and speaking of which, that's my last segue. Hold on. No, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I need to. Here it is. Room 160C is tonight's town hall meeting at Wabanzi Community College. Room 160C. I don't think I mentioned the room, which is very important. Room 160C. Share your voice, impacting the health of your community. Chronic conditions. Yes, please go there for that tonight, and get access. If you need help in anything, just reach out. You can send us an email about almost anything. So reach out to us if you need help, if you want to get connected, if you have a question, if you just got a simple, is there a fee for a library card? It doesn't matter what kind of question you have. Well, it does matter what kind of question you have, but but questions like that, feel free to ask us. Time is 8:58 a.m. Norma Peterson says, you will make a great community leader, Gabriel. I look forward to watching your progress and cheer you on. Thank you, Norma Peterson. That was very nice of you to say. Alejandro Ibarra is here. Alejandro, my boy. We know each other. We go way back. Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Buenos dias, Aurora, to Gloria Jurado. All right, guys. I hope that you have a blessed day, a positive day, a motivational and uplifting day. Good Morning Aurora will return on Friday. We've got a whole lot of good stuff to show you guys coming up very soon. And stay tuned because May 13th is the day. Our 3-year anniversary party is taking place at McCarty Mills, 140 South River Street, starting at 7 p.m. DJ is DJ Venom, spinning all the great hits all night long. We've also got a very special announcement to make for you guys on that night. So please come on out with us. It's free, open to the public. Well, there's no door fee, but McCarty Mills has a great selection of craft beers and other things that you can purchase. Food is provided by Corinne's Kitchen, so get ready for that. Thank you guys very much for watching and supporting our show and everything that we do here. I want to say thank you to Brett, Gabriel, and all of our staff. Tune in to Buenos Dias Aurora tomorrow. Take care of yourself first and then each other.